Yo, it's your bro, Elliott here, back with a new video series. Today is the first of a 5-video series titled 5-Day Fasting Challenge. So those of you guys who've been following my videos for the past several years, but more specifically, since the beginning of this year, you know that I've been doing some prolonged fasting. And my goal was to fast down to the fucking bone, and I did that. Typically walk around at about 2:15. Earlier this year, I started some prolonged fasting. That means not eating for several days in a row, and I built up to a 10-day fast right before my birthday on April 10th. And I got down to 168 pounds at that point, so I had lost in total almost 50 pounds, if my math is correct. And I began those fasting stints, that prolonged fasting, because I've been trying to heal some autoimmune skin inflammation stuff that I had going on. And also, because it was my 40th birthday, I wanted to have a total fucking rebirth and strip myself down to the bone to damn near nothing. I was willing to lose muscle. In fact, the way I was going about the training was to lose muscle, was to lose fast, was to lose the ego, was to lose myself through fasting. And it has been tremendous. It was great. Now, what you ought to know is that since April 10th, about 2 months ago, I had stopped doing the prolonged fasting. I've been doing some 18-6s, some OMADs, some NOMADs, and some UMADs. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you more about that in this video series. Basically, I've been eating again, and I put on about 40 fucking pounds. Believe it! When you fast down to the bone, you can grow back as quickly as you got down there. At least I did. So it doesn't mean that it's all muscle that came back. What you ought to know is over the past 2 months, I have been traveling quite a bit. Colleen and I were in California last month, and then this month we just got back from upstate New York, where I did a grounding camp. Then we spent a week in Maine, and I've been eating. I've been eating a lot of the things I don't normally eat, like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ice cream and shit like that. Right? So I gave myself that space to see how much weight I could put on, and I think that's significant. It's important for you to know that part of the reason why I wanted to put that weight back on is because I'm going to be competing in the Strength Camp Challenge in August. So I wanted to put on some weight before I embarked on this 5-day fasting challenge, because I don't want to get down too low. I'll be competing at 200 pounds. Last night when I got home, I was about 208. So, you know, exactly, literally about 40 pounds. 168, and then last night 208. So 40 pounds I put on. And I'm getting ready to fast, this time just to detox from a lot of the junk food and lifestyle mishaps. I don't want to say mishaps, but choices, conscious choices I made over the past 2 months. So I want to detox from that. And I also have been getting so many emails and messages from you guys who are interested in beginning prolonged fasting. So I figured, what a great opportunity for me to detox and reset myself after 2 months of traveling, and also use this as an opportunity for you to follow along with me and get the ball rolling for prolonged fasting in your own life. Now, if you've watched this far, you're probably interested in prolonged fasting. You just don't know how to go about it, or you need some courage, encouragement, and maybe some support, and that's great. If you're watching this far and you're wondering why the hell would anybody want to fast for 10 days, 5 days, 2 days, or 5 days like we're going to be doing, I would invite you to take a look at some of the previous videos I've made, but specifically on my Elliott Hulse channel. Watch the video that I did. It was an interview with Cole Robinson, the snake diet wizard, and the whole video is about prolonged fasting. I give you all of my experience and all of my knowledge and many of my resources in terms of prolonged fasting. And then for the remainder of the video, I'm interviewing and speaking with prolonged fasting expert Cole Robinson. And so all the information that you would need to know about why you would want to fast, the benefits of fasting, which are myriad, you can go to that video. I'll put a link down below so that you can click that, watch that video, get up to speed on fasting and why you want to do it. So let's begin. Let's begin with number one, what this 5-day fasting challenge really is all about. It is a bridge to prolonged fasting. So we're not actually going to be fasting for 5 days, meaning you're not going to not eat for 5 days, but you're going to use the next 5 days. You know, and when I say next 5 days, it means once I come to the end of this series, which will be in the next few days, you'll be prepared to start on a Monday. And if you're watching this video series months or years after I created it, you can watch video 1 through 5, and then you'll be prepared to begin on a Monday. That's what I think actually would be the best idea for you. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the set of days that we're going to be practicing this bridge to prolonged fasting. Whether or not you actually get into prolonged fasting, meaning literally not eating, fasting for 3, 5, 10, 20 days, you know, or longer, 21 days, 40 days, whatever it is that you want to do. This is also beneficial in and of itself. So you may not want to get into prolonged fasting, but every once in a while you might want to really reset your metabolism, reset your hormones, get into autophagy, so a lot of cleansing, detox, tremendous benefits, mental, physical, metaphysical, emotional, all the benefits of fasting you can do with just this little 5-day fasting protocol. So I think it's pretty cool. You could use it as standalone, or you could use it as a bridge to prolonged fasting, like I said before. And the way I'm setting this series up, is so that you would be encouraged, motivated, and inspired to take it a little bit further. So the purpose of this video is just to kind of set you up with what's to come. And a part of that means that I'm going to talk about our follow-up videos. There's some follow-up videos that are going to be coming after this one. Video number 2, we're going to be talking about the pre-fasting protocol. We don't want to just jump into fasting. You don't want to go from eating ice creams, french fries, pizza, and guzzling beer to the next day saying, that's it, I'm fasting. That's dumb. Not because eating all that stuff is quote unquote bad for you, but it is. But because you're going to feel really, really, really bad when you fast. So what we want to do with this pre-fasting protocol that I'm going to go into greater detail in the next video is we want to set ourselves up so that when we do fast, we're feeling good while we're fasting. And there's some keys to allowing yourself to go into that fast in the most resourceful way possible, and so that you feel good. We want to set you up to win. We don't want you to go into your fast feeling shitty and really battling the demons. We want to get you set up, set straight, so that you can do it right. So that's going to be the next video, pre-fasting protocol. Video number 3, I'm going to actually go over the 5-day fasting template. Like I said, we're not actually fasting for 5 days, not this time around. Like I said, this is to set you up. But over the course of that 5 days, we're going to be using what I like to describe as nomads, UMADs, and you may have heard of OMADs. OMAD is pretty popular. People know what that means. 1 meal a day, OMAD, that's what it stands for. A lot of people don't know, because I made it up, there are nomads. And nomads mean no meal a day, right? So you got an OMAD, you got a nomad, you got a UMAD, and UMAD is basically multi-day fasting, you know. And so we're going to use a combination of that, OMAD, nomad, UMAD, during this 5-day fasting template. That's video number 3. Video number 4, training while fasting. So I got a little bit of a dilemma, but it's actually just a challenge. It's an opportunity. And that is, I've decided that I'm going to compete again in strongman, and I'm starting with the Strength Camp Challenge that's happening in August. So I got exactly 10 weeks to prepare for that. Now, those of you who know about the Strength Camp Challenge and know that it's happening, I hope to see you there. I hope to compete against you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'd love to get my ass kicked by my fans. I would love for somebody to come and knock me off. I haven't competed in over 5 years, so this is kind of like a coming out of retirement for me. But if you don't know about it and you want to get involved, the Strength Camp Challenge, and even train along with me, because I'll be recording all my workouts, or just to participate, in other words, come in and hang out with us, enjoy the festivities. All the information you need is down below. So I'll put a link down there for that. I got to remember a bunch of freaking links. But anyway, you could also Google it too. Strength Camp Challenge 2019. And so I'm going to be training, and I've got an elaborate training protocol. I want to talk to you about some training principles that you want to follow while you're fasting. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing, which is a little bit different. And doesn't mean that I'm not trying to set myself apart, but I've been doing the prolonged fasting for 8-9 months now. And so what I'll be doing may be different from what you're doing because I've got different goals, and I've already done the prolonged fasting. So, I'll tell you what I suggest you do, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing, and you'll also get to watch me as I go about my training, because I'll be, as you know, I do the YouTube lives. So there's that. And then video number 5, supplements. There are some mandatory supplements, which if you watch the prolonged fasting video, you know about getting your snake juice, getting that, that's what Cole calls it. Magnesium, potassium, sodium. You want to get that in your water. You want to be drinking that, especially if you're training. Those are mandatory. There's some mandatory supplements, but also there are some optional supplements that I'm going to be using this time around. It's called micro fasting. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I've actually made videos in the past about it. I've updated some of the micro fasting protocols and supplements and the way I go about it. So I'll be teaching you all of that in the supplement section. And also by the end of this series, if you hang out up until the end, video number 5, and then I'll follow up with a 6th video, I'm going to give you a bonus roadmap. So I know a lot of you guys are watching this. I suggest you take notes, but what I'll do is, or what I've already done, but I'll make available to you then, is a template. All this, everything that we're going to talk about, I'm just going to put it into a little report since I already have it. Figure it might help you guys out. So watch until video number 5, and I'll make that available to you. And I'll also give you some support on how you can go about true prolonged fasting once you get through this 5-day fasting challenge, which is really, like I said, it's a bridge to prolonged fasting. So I hope that is of interest to you. I hope this video sparks some interest, inspiration, and gets you wanting to prolong fast along with me for 5 days. And so I'll be back tomorrow with video number 2. And also in the next few days, I'll be live streaming my workouts again as I prepare for the Strength Camp Challenge and my comeback to strongman competitions. So that's it, y'all. Done.